Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I'm going to show you a fun team that's, I guess, a little bit more relatable. That doesn't mean it's easy, okay? But it's a little bit more relatable to be able to speed farm the Sand Devil's Necropolis without having two Gnoots. Because most of the best teams have like two Gnoots, and then they have Siphi, or they have somebody like Riho Bone Spear. So the team that I'm going to show you is basically going to use two free-to-obtain legendaries. One free-to-obtain legendary, one fusion, two free-to-obtain legendaries, an epic, and then it's just one champion that you might need to pull in order to be able to do this a lot easier. So before I jump into that, I do want to share this with you guys. If you're somebody that also playing Dragonair Silent Gods, I just posted a video on my other channel. It's basically this one. Wait, this one over here. I'm just gonna have, the thumbnail showing you. You should go check it out, okay? I'm gonna link that video, I guess, in the description, pinned comment. At the end of this one, I'm gonna put that up. You should go check it out because there's some massive, really sad news regarding Dragonair Silent Gods that if you're playing the game, you must really know that. But anyway, what team am I talking about? Well, it's actually a fun team that it's not 100% successful, okay? This team's not 100% successful, and there can be replacements. Actually, there's only one champ that you might need to pull because one of the champions, that sleep champion, can be replaced. So this is the team that I'm talking about. Okay, again, it's not free to, it is free to play in a sense, most of it, but it's not the easiest. Okay, it does take a while to take Marius. This is more end game specific. Okay, but again, some of these might be able to be changed. So what am I using in this team? Well, first of all, I'm using Cornelia for the sleep, okay? She just straight up with the A2, if you ever booked, she just straight up places a sleep. This is the part where it makes it not be 100%. There's always a 3% chance that you get resisted. So basically, if Cornelia does not land that sleep, this run's going to fail. However, if you have Siphi, you're obviously going to bring Siphi because Siphi makes it 100% as her A1 is unresistible if they have over 50% turn meter, which means it can never be blocked, okay? It's always going to sleep the boss, so you're good. Then we're using Lydia for actually decreased defense and the weaken, and she also brings us a little bit of increased speed, which is kind of important for this exact team. If you have Siphi, you don't really need Lydia, you can bring in Ramantu, and then that was just fine. I guess I'm going to show you the other team as well. Then we have Gnoot, which obviously he was a fusion, so everybody that started playing when he was a fusion or play a little bit before then got him, he's going to be amazing. The damage that he does with the max HP is just huge, plus he also decreases the defense. Then we have Marius again, which everybody can get, but it might take you 1 or 2 years to actually get him. And I'm not gonna walk around the bush to just say like, oh yeah, everybody gets him the first month. No, it takes a while, but he's our other enemy max HP champion, okay? So if you don't have a second Gnoot, you might have Marius. If you don't have Marius, obviously somebody like a, what's her name? Somebody like a Crisia could work again because she has a double hit. Any max HP, but still I wanted to show with Marius because again he is free to obtain, it just takes a while. Then this is the only spot that for this specific team that I'm using, it's not as easy to replace, and that's going to be Kaimar because he's the one that's going to bring the reset. For Kaimar, there's only two other replacements that work in the same way. One's going to be Crisia, which is a mythic, hard to get, and then the other one's going to be Yumeko, which again, another void legendary, hard to get. This team exactly would not work, unfortunately, with somebody like a Renegade, only if you had maybe Merciless plus Reflex on Gnoot, so you have the RNGF getting one reset. The reason for that is, well, Renegade brings you a 2-turn reset only, okay? And that's not enough. On the 2-turn reset is not enough, plus Kaimar also brings you that full team, that turn meter boost as well, which might make it a bit trickier. However, there's another thing, for example, like I'm going to show you the builds at the end, the speeds, but if you cannot quite hit those speeds, you're a little bit shorter, keep in mind you can use Cornelia as the lead, because she brings an 18 speed in all battles, okay? So this can help you if you don't quite hit those speeds. I did not use her on purpose because your team has to be slower than the Sand Devil. Apart from Cornelia and Lydia, everybody else has to be slower. So we have Gnoot going first as the DPS, then we have Marius, Kaimar goes with a reset, Cornelia does whatever, Lydia does whatever, a second hit from Gnoot, and then we have Marius finishing it off. So I ran this team several times, and this team pretty much only fails if you have Cornelia Sleep Resist. I had where the weaken did not land, and it still worked. I'm not sure if I actually had if the decreased defense didn't land, but I think it would still work because the weaken is a little bit maybe more powerful, plus we have the decreased defense brought by Gnut in here that makes it go pretty well. But as you can see, this team is crazy. It's basically 10 turns, 16 seconds. It's like, you know, what else do you want from this team? What else do you want better from this one? It's just beautiful. Another option, for example, for Cornelia, if you don't have Cornelia, could be Adeline, okay? Adeline might actually make it more reliable in the sense of if you do not have Lydia, if she doesn't land her debuffs, maybe it can be tricky, maybe it can be risky if you don't get hit the max HP, but if you bring somebody like an Adeline, well, Adeline brings something better compared to everybody else. Let me see if I can type her name properly. So Adeline, again, same principle. She places, does not hit. Same thing, Cornelia places, because if you hit, you can, you know, you can weak hit, same as trying to use somebody like a Mugstalker. Mugstalker is not going to work, first of all, because affinity. Second of all, he puts a 2-turn sleep, and that doesn't help us. We need to let the boss wake up. But the reason why Adeline works, obviously, we need to have her booked at least to get this 100%. The reason why she would be maybe better is because she brings sleep, decreased speed, and decreased attack. So she does bring 2 other different debuffs that Lydia does not bring. Okay, keep that in mind. But with this decreased speed, you might have to drop your speeds a little bit lower for your Gnut, for your Marius, same thing for your reset, because you want the boss to take a turn before your max HP hitters go, because if you wake up the boss before that, his turn meter is just gonna jump and he's gonna, like, if we go now, he's gonna wake up maybe before Marius goes, and that's a problem. You want the boss to wake up naturally so he doesn't go with a lot more turn meter, okay? So this is the team. Now I'm gonna show you the presets and builds, and yeah, it's a pretty fun team. I really love it. Let me just quickly run my other team that I'm actually using to show you how cool that one is, which is a lot faster. This one doesn't even need a reset, right? I think I made it work without reset. So again, we go with the sleep with Siphi, we land the debuffs, then we go with A3 from Gnut, there we go Marius, and then the other Gnut goes, and pretty much because I have Soul Reap, it finishes it off. If I didn't have the Soul Reap, then I would just drop one of the Gnuts on this team, and I would bring Kaima Reset to basically just go again. I think this one again can be tricky if maybe both decreased defense and weaken do not land, but if at least one of them lands, I think this team should be pretty fine, or it might have not tested it off. It might be still scary if maybe one of the debuffs does not land, but again, if I see that this is not consistent enough for my speed running, then I'm just going to bring in Kaimar, and I'm just going to add another couple of turns to this one, and then we're good to go. So after this one finishes, I'm going to show you the presets of the other team, because, you know, you got to see what you got to do, and it's pretty straightforward. It's not that crazy. So Lydia, you make her prioritize the A3. Cornelia, prioritize the A2, the sleep. Kaimar, prioritize the reset. He's the last one in the rotation. Marius prioritize the A2, and then Gnut prioritize the A3. Again, if you see that maybe Marius doesn't do enough damage, make him open with for the second time around at least, make him open with the A2 and then prioritize the A3 so he gets that increased defense, because his A2 damage scales off of max HP but defense as well. So having that big increased defense might help you hit that damage threshold. Now let's actually let me run this one again just so I can add it at the top, and then I'm going to show you the builds, which are, well, they're pretty straightforward. There's no specific sets that you need for these people. It's just, you know, the damage dealers, build them in damage sets so they can do the stuff that they need to, which is the damage as much as they can, and then everybody else is just whatever builds that you want. I have my people built from other areas of the game using another stuff. So for example, I have my Lydia, she's in the Cursed, same way that I use her in Hydra. She is running at 271 speed, and then she has War Master and these masteries. Everybody's gonna be booked in this team, okay? Then I have Kaimar. Kaimar is in Reflex, and then Triple Refresh, same principle. I'm using him in Hydra. In the Fire Knight, you know, any other area of the game, he's basically in that build for that one. I didn't have to build him specifically for this. The only thing I had to tweak a bit is make sure he goes last. Okay, you can see he's even in a damage build, but the only thing that you care about Kaimar to go last in the rotation. He does have Helm Smasher, which helps you for Fire Knight and whatnot, but he doesn't hit, so it doesn't matter for this boss fight. You can even have him without masteries, okay? As long as you hit the speed, that's all you need on him. Even if you have, let's say you have 2 Kaimars, just give the Kaimar the speed that you need, and that's it. Nothing else. You don't even need to book the other one, because you're just using the reset once, and that's about it. Then Cornelia, you see no masteries. The only thing that you need is this one to be booked to 100%. You don't even need to do all the books. You just need this to be 100%, and that's about it. You can carry on with your day. I basically just pull leftover speed and perception gear on her, and you want her to go first in rotation and have over 500 accuracy, because that's what you need for this boss fight, okay? Then my Gnut is in lethal plus speed gear. He's the first one of the damage dealers, 258, 100% crit rate, good crit damage, good defense. It's not mind-blowing. I do have some accuracies, obviously, because accuracy on him, because I'm obviously using him in the Fire Knight as well and in the Dark Fae, so I do need that. And then he's running Giant Slayer and, you know, all the other masteries. And then when it comes to Marius, my new favorite champion in the game, he's actually in 6-piece Merciless plus some leftover pieces of gear in there. He's running a 253, again, a little bit faster than Kaimar, but not too slow. 100% crit rate, good defense, good crit damage, no accuracy, I don't really care. And then these are his masteries. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. This is my speed running team for the Sand Devil, because you know what? It does help when I had the solo. I was doing it before I was soloing with, what's his name again? Blizzard. I was soloing and farming food. So maybe when Sand Devil is going on and we also have champion training, that's what I would use that one. But since we only have this, I want to do it as fast as possible. So obviously I'm just gonna go with the speed team, and then you know what, pretty much finish up this event pretty fast. Or if there's some other stuff that's going in the game that I don't care about and I want to just farm this fast and get it over so I can close the game, because you know what, we don't have all the time in the world to always stay in the game 24/7. Well, that's the time when I would use this team, just use my energy, farm Sand Devil, and move on with my day. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.